Hi everyone, I'm Roger, a gadget guy. If you're like me, you access most of your music on your phone, and that's because it is really easy to find any piece of music that you want to listen to. But I don't want to listen on these teeny tiny little speakers. I want to listen on these speakers. And I'm going to show you two ways of doing just that, either with a cable or wirelessly using Bluetooth. All phones used to have a headphone jack. You just plug a 3.5mm plug into the headphone jack and plug the other end of the cable into your stereo. Most phones these days don't have a headphone jack, so you're going to need an adapter, and the type of adapter that you need depends on the type of phone that you have. If you have an Apple phone before iPhone 15, you're going to need an adapter with a lightning connector like this one. Most other phones, including the iPhone 15, need a standard USB-C connector like this one. If you have an iPhone 15, it's best to use Apple's USB-C to headphone jack adapter. That way you'll avoid any compatibility problems. If you have an Android phone, listen up, because I'm going to save you some time and money. There are two ways to get audio out of a USB-C connector, and some Android phones only support one of those ways. Many accessories on the market support the other way, so they won't work with those phones. For example, these two adapters look very similar. They are from the same manufacturer, they're about the same size, and the connections are exactly the same on both of them. But this one works on a Google Pixel 7, and this one doesn't. The adapters in the links that I provided in the description to this video have been tested by me and will work with any Android phone that has a USB-C connector. Whichever type of phone you have, this end of the adapter plugs into the bottom of your phone. And you plug your audio cable into this end. This socket here is to plug a charger in, so you can charge your phone while you're playing music. For a receiver like this one, the connection at the stereo end is very simple. These RCA plugs go to the input labeled aux, and red always goes to right. The other one goes to left. Some receivers, like this one, don't have an input labeled aux, so just look for red and white connectors labeled in. Any of these will actually work. Just remember which input you've used so that you can find the right button on the remote to select it. The phone switches to the cable automatically when you plug it in. It's just plug and play. Now first I'm going to turn the volume down to make sure I don't hear any loud buzzing or other bad noises. I'm going to play some music from Spotify. This is from Audio Library Plus on Spotify, which is royalty-free music. And I can turn the volume up. All the phone's audio is now playing through the receiver instead of the phone speakers. Here's a trivia question for you. What was the first phone to get rid of the headphone socket and use a standard USB connector for both audio and for charging? And remember that before that, phones all had different chargers. It was the Motorola Razr back in 2004. It had just one connector on the phone, an industry standard mini USB connector. The reason I know that is I was on the project team and helped to make that decision. And one of the things that enabled us to make that decision was the introduction of stereo Bluetooth back in 2003. And that leads us right into the next method of connecting a phone to a stereo, and that is Bluetooth. A typical stereo receiver may not have Bluetooth built in, so to connect with Bluetooth from a phone, you'll need a Bluetooth receiver like this one. Now this one costs about 30 bucks, it works extremely well, is simple to use, and it comes with everything you need in the box. It comes with an audio cable that can connect it to any stereo. To connect to this stereo, use the aux input. You take the RCA connector end of the cable that came with the Bluetooth receiver and plug the red connector to the right side and the white one to the left side. Then you can plug the 3.5mm end of the cable into the Bluetooth receiver, like that. If you have a stereo with an aux input that looks like this one, then you turn the cable around and you plug the 3.5mm end into the stereo, and you plug the RCA cable end into the Bluetooth receiver. Now that our stereo system has Bluetooth, we need to get it into pairing mode. Just push the big button on the top of the Bluetooth receiver. Once the stereo is in pairing mode, we then need to go to our phone. I'll show you what to do for an Android phone first. We start by going to Settings. And we hit Connected Devices and Pair New Device. And we wait for the adapter to appear. There it is. And we hit that. And we go pair, and it's going to try pairing with the adapter. And now it's connected. Now every piece of music or audio that we play on our phone will play over the speakers. So we can check that. Let's go to Spotify. I'm going to find some royalty-free music from Audio Library Plus. And we can control the volume from the phone. And there you have it, it all works perfectly. To pair this Bluetooth receiver with an iPhone, first we have to push the top button to put it in pairing mode. Then we have to go to our phone and we go to Settings. On an iPhone, the next step is Bluetooth. And we will see the device just pop up in the Bluetooth menu. And we hit that. And we're paired. Next, we can play some music on Spotify. So let me go to the Spotify app. I'll find some royalty-free music. This navigates exactly the same as on an Android phone. Just like the Android phone, you can control the volume from the phone. And if you don't have enough volume, you can turn up the receiver. So there you have it. Really simple pairing using an iPhone. If you have a different Bluetooth receiver than the one I showed you, or you have Bluetooth built into your stereo, then check the instructions that came with that specific device. If you can't find the pairing mode instructions that came with your device, many stereos will go automatically into pairing mode just by selecting the Bluetooth input using their remote control or the button on the front panel. Many devices announce that they're ready to pair with a flashing blue light, but otherwise you need to check your phone. If the device is ready to pair, you'll find it in the Other Devices section of the Bluetooth settings in iPhone, or on Android it will be in the Available Devices in the Pair New Device submenu. For iPhone or for Android, when you see the name of your device on the screen, you just touch it to finish pairing. For iPhone, you're finished. For Android, you have to touch the pair button that comes up on the next screen. So which is better, Bluetooth or cable? Well, for me personally, I would go with Bluetooth for the phone that I use every day just because of the wireless convenience. But cable is capable of better sound quality because it doesn't compress the audio. And it doesn't have the annoying quirk of automatically switching to your car when a family member returns home. So if you have an old phone that would otherwise be sitting in a drawer that you want to repurpose as a really great music player, then the cable is ideal. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you buy any products through the links that I've put in the description, it won't cost you any more, but it will help to support the channel and is really appreciated. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.